Hi guys, my name is Meads. This is going to be a review for Riobot Orgun Earth Type. This is made by Sentinel, a company that I really liked as of late. They're releasing awesome figures, and just the detail that goes into them. I'm a big fan, and I tried to get the ones I missed out, and sadly, the earlier release are really hard to find, and almost this one as well. I passed out on the first time it got released just because. If you haven't noticed, or if you're not aware of Sentinel Riobots, they're quite expensive. And this particular figure, well, basically the price point of Riobots are ranging from 70 to 100 or more than $100, and it just depends on your budget. Yeah. So for me, I was kind of picky of which one I want to get. I would like to get most of them. Actually. There's a couple that I want to get, but really hard. I'm just waiting for if ever get to the pre-owned section. I'm looking for Blodia. I just heard of a HLJ sale a while back. I kind of messed up on that one, the mass production blue type. And I'm also looking for Sugimori. I think that's the name for Knights of Sidonia. I really like the show now, and I kind of wish I got the Riobot. Well. That's that. But those two, I'm looking or waiting for just the right opportunity to get them. But nonetheless, I'm really glad I'm able to get this guy. So anyways, enough of that. A little story about there. We're gonna take a look at this one. Here's an awesome artwork in front. It's kind of interesting. It's simple, but I like it. And it's actually it's a Detonator Orgun. That's the name of the 3-part OVA. Pretty cool. I watched it recently. I was actually watching while building Mall Kit. And it's a great show. I really enjoyed watching it. And even though it's an old anime, just detail that went through making it, it's kind of like Gao Gai Gar. Another great show if you haven't checked it out. So here we go. On the back, we get to see a lot of cool poses, things that, accessory-wise, pretty cool. Otherwise, you just get more of his name on each side of the box. There's no other artwork. Alright, so let's take a look inside. Again, Sentinel, special thanks to a couple of these people. Yep, probably helped out designing or making this. And here we go. A pretty cool window box. Kind of shows you what's inside. And we get the Orgun Lancer here. I forgot what it's called, or Orgun Cutter. I'm looking at the Ami page where it tells you what it's inside. And we have this kind of like a postron cannon. It's called the Hanbushitsu Don Shashitsuki. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but it's kind of weird. I'm not sure where's that in the show. I can't remember. I've only used him the cutter and the lance and some kind of beam on his forehead, but not this one. We'll see. But that's about it for the box, and let's take a closer look inside. Alright, so let's first take a look at the base. And sometimes I really appreciate when they give you a Ziploc bag so you can actually reuse it, not just a regular plastic. So here it kind of tells you how to put on that big cannon and the cutter. And we have the standard Riobot base, which is pretty cool. I wish they kind of give you something to put underneath, or even if you slide something in there. Yeah, but nonetheless, a great base. Then you have the arms here, and they actually stored in the other hands there. Yep. And again, this is one of those that you have to have a screwdriver handy at all times, just to loosen them out. You don't want to try not to adjust them when they're really tight. It will break the plastic. And there we go. Alright, and this just mounts on any of the sides. Just slides down there. There we go. Probably use this later on, but here we go. We have the base right there. Alright, we have Detonator Orgun here, and he's actually quite tall. He's roughly about 6 inches, using my ruler right here. Roughly 6 inches. And I would say it's kind of like as big as your typical Gundam high grades or your Robot Damashi, that scale. But obviously, it's probably a bigger scale since he's not as big as a Gundam. Again, he's more of a armored power suit. Just the details on this guy, pretty cool. And this kind of reminds me of Tekkaman. Alright, actually I think there's some plastic here, which I haven't removed yet. Can open this up. It shows the chest. It's kind of like the core, their power. And just in terms of articulation, let's see. Oh, it kind of goes up. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. It goes up like that. Actually, I'm not sure if that's actually a feature, but let you do that. Can't really move the neck as much. You do have the butterfly joint there, which is good. So you have like double shoulder joint. Then you have a swivel here. You have a good double jointed elbow, I think. Yep, double jointed elbow. You got wrist. You get this whole shoulder thing here, which you can pop out. There's a ball joint right there, which was shown in the instructions. Get the waist, and I'm not sure if there's a. Okay, there. Yep. Well, it's kind of cool. That kind of gets revealed. I'm trying to look for other. Nah. This is kind of cool also that it yeah, see that big gap there. Nope, just a ball joint there. Sometimes Riobot have this extra gimmick on the knees. This one, actually, I think this one doesn't have much gimmicks. If you have the Jehudi, that has a lot of gimmick as well as Gurren Lagann. So, not much, but nonetheless, it's great. You have the shin guards here, you have the feet, and I find that it has a kind of ratcheting system for the toe. Yep, and I think that's about it. This one is probably one of the simple Riobot that I've got, but even though it's simple, it's great in detail. Pretty cool. Alright, so let's check out the accessories. Alright, we have the Orgun lance here. Pretty cool. Just the details, very shiny. You can detach this, and they give you an extra handle. So if you want to just dual wield them as if it was a sword, you can do so. So that's a nice addition. And basically you just put it here. I'm actually just gonna use them, or have him combined. So we're just gonna put this one here, just kind of wiggle it, and put this back. There we go. And there is a swivel on the wrist, so, or not a swivel, but you can move it a little bit, so that's great. So let's pop this guy out, this wrist right here, and I popped more than what the heck happened there. There we go. And put this on. Alright. You have a pretty cool lance or spear. Yeah, quite nice. And that's just one of them. Otherwise, I think you have seen the show. Use this a lot. And I think, yep, you just swap it out. You do get a pair, so there we go. This might be a little tricky to put on. They just won't go in. Crazy. Well, my difficulty of putting it on is the fact that the blade is up there, and you can't really put the fist in there. There we go, without kind of pushing against that. But yeah, you get the organ cutter and the lance, pretty awesome. And you do have another pair, so if you want to just dual wield 2 cutters, you can do so. Yeah, it's really nice. Blade. Alright, so after you're done playing with the blades, here's the last gimmick, which is the, let me try again, Hanbushitsudan Sashitsuki. Or kind of like a positron cannon. It has some nice details. I'm just gonna call it the Orgun rifle. Pretty nice. I don't think there's any gimmick other than you can remove this, but I don't think that's really a gimmick. Nice, pretty cool. Might be a gravity cannon also. To put this on, quite interesting. You have to pop this shoulder off, and I have not done this. This is my first time, so just bear with me. And hopefully, oh, yep, okay. So it's, you can just pop it out easily. Alright, so from what I remember, it just goes in here, and there's already a hand there that I think it might be molded in, which is actually quite nice. I don't think you really need to have the gun without the hand. You're only going to use it when you're holding it. And before you put it on, you gotta remember to put the wrist thing that kind of falls off from time to time. So here we go. Come on. There we go. So it just kind of goes on the shoulder. Now, I think we can put this back on. Actually, I think grills are on it. Let me double check the instructions. Yes, the instructions said just put it on somehow. It's one of those easily. It looks easy in the instruction, but does it actually go on nicely? We don't know till we try. This doesn't really give me much. Okay, I heard a click. It looks like it's really squished there. Not a fan of this, but hey, it's there. There we go. I'm not a fan because it's kind of hard. If you notice, his whole there we go. It just the whole kind of just squished to his at the center, but I guess it's working. And why don't we swap this out with this hand right here, and there we go. It's ready to shot this, blow his fellow comrades to smithereens. Yep. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And if I think from what to remember, they call themselves Evolution. Yep. That's actually a pretty cool weapon. Yep. And I think that's about it. Right, I have it on the stand, and actually pretty cool. I just have with the organ cutter. Another question will be, is there die-cast parts in this? For the most part, Sentinel, Riobots don't have die-cast parts on them. They're actually pretty good without them. It doesn't bear down, it doesn't weigh down the figure at all. which is kind of like a problem on like having a Super Robot Jigoken, especially when the diecast parts are all over the body. It just makes it a little too tough to pose, and or just have it on a stand. It's just too heavy. And actually, the recent release of the Black Getter, Black Getter and the Getter 1, those have diecast parts, and that's actually a collaboration with the T-Rex. I think it's not really a Riobot, but I still consider them Riobots. But they have diecast parts on them, and it's kind of hard to really pose them because of that. So with this, we know with the Jehudi, Gurren Lagann, they're great just without the diecast parts, and I'm happy with that because it gives you more flexibility to pose them. Alright, and I think that's about it for the review. Again, if you have any questions, let me know. And yeah, would I recommend this figure? If you have the budget for it, I highly recommend it. Again, I'm a big fan of the Riobot line. It's just amazing detail, and you know, for what you're getting. It is pricey, but I think it's well worth it, and it made me watch the show. A pretty good show. Again, check out the OVA. And yeah, so that's about it. So till then, this is Meads. Thanks for watching.